coverage of the National Football League takes us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Seattle Seahawks and the Cincinnati Bengals. Ready to get us started here, Riley Patterson. And we are underway from Cincinnati. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career. And maybe more importantly, a first down. On the jet sweep, here's Chase. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From midfield now, Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
Well, I'm quite sure that they envision a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory.
Ready.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Red, cycle, green jack. Ready.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him,
here we go.
What does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Here we go.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Here's Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Seahawks are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Walker now on 1st and 10. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now here's a throw that's complete, and he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Running left is Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people.
Here we go.
He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Eleven mighty.
And they go play action now. Burrow. He'll fire this complete to Hurst down the field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I'm wondering.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
On one, ready?
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
180. 180.
Again, it's Mixon. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On one, ready?
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now it's Burrow. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So, 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far, and while you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
They go play action with Burrow. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
But these are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick if indeed they end up trying one.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
42.
Now it's Burrow. And open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Burrow going to keep it himself, and he is going to have a Bengals first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
11.
This time, Burrow will look to throw. Throwless, puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. There he goes, right side. The 20. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Gun.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it. I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Here we go.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Burrow will throw. This is intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Patterson now for the extra point. And it's 21-3. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Take it in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch.
Here we go.
But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's got a Bengals first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
12.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I think you win the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Ready?
On play action, they'll throw. And that one almost intercepted. But it's incomplete. He had space in front of him if he had held on. But instead, it's 3rd down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the 2nd person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, 2nd drive, not much better. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals will take over here just shy of the 30. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker.
Here we go.
We saw the linebacker make the stop.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Back to throw. And Walker with it over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
Steal. Check steal.
From the gun, it's Walker. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now back to throw. That one complete. He finds Shark. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Here we go.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Burrow. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
This is taken at the 23. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
They gave it a shot with the deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Ultra. Go ultra. Cut.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Let's go now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
And down he'll go at the 25. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Here we go.
They'll set up a throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Hey, go steal.
They go jet sweep here with Chark. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Seahawks are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Take it in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
I'm ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's trying to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now Burrow on first down. He completes it to Boyd. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And the tackle there by Jermaine Pratt. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Steps away. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling. Trying to add to this lead.
Ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out of space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
He will find his man Chase complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Chase now on the jet sweep. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
On the ready.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And he fields it cleanly. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. 65 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to Walker on 1st down. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Green Jack. Shot 17. Row 52.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit. And now here is another interception. Tariq Woolen picks it.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Striker. Check striker.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.